Hey, I'm Steve Gunter here at Burniston Auto Wrecking in Burniston, Massachusetts with a 1967 Kaiser Jeepster Commando. You might remember in 1948 through 51, Willis built something called the Jeepster, which was basically two-wheel drive only, four-cylinder powered strictly. And they revived the idea in 1966 through 71 with the Kaiser Jeepster Commando, which had either a four-cylinder or a V6. We'll get to that in a second. And these were very popular. There were 57,350 of these things built between 1966 and 71. This is one of 12,621 built in 1967. Now, prime competition for these would have been the Ford Bronco and the International Scout. And again, Jeep was in there swinging with these things. Of course, Kaiser actually was the name. In 1972, Kaiser sold to American Motors AMC, and basically the Jeepster lived on with a restyle. But again, when AMC bought Jeep or Kaiser in 72, they replaced all of the previous engines with AMC 6 and V8 power plants for 72 onward. And they built these through, I think, 1975 as the second generation Jeepster. So we'll pop the hood on this one, see what we have now. The base engine would have been a 134 cubic inch Hurricane four banger. But we have here something better. The 160 horsepower Dauntless V6. Now, the beauty of this is basically it's something from General Motors. The V6 is about twice the power as the four-cylinder this would have had in standard form. And this is the same engine that later would grow to power Buicks, including the Buick Grand National and even the GNX. Same basic DNA right here on display. This is 225 cubic inches and pretty powerful, for something of this size. And again, these are all four-wheel drive. All of the Jeepsters of this period were all four-wheel drive. The previous first generation, 48 through 51, were two-wheel drive only. And kind of cool to see. It's basically got the nailhead Buick architecture, the nailhead V8, similar family as what we have here. The induction would have been a two-barrel carburetor, missing, of course. Radiator's gone, but again, it fits right in there perfectly. Huge engine base. You could put a V8 in these things if you really wanted to. And yeah, cool piece right here. Let's go around to the inside of this one and see which transmission we have. 3-speed manual was going to be the base piece. And of course, the four-wheel drive on this, two modes. First up, when you want to go into four-wheel, you had to get out, get muddy, and lock in both hubs. Got to do them both, right and left. And then inside, there's a lever on the side of the transfer case. And this one has the automatic. It's a nice touch. And there it is right there. And that's the automatic shifter. And that thing on the right-hand side of the tranny tunnel, that chrome rod, is the in-out for the transfer case. So you have to basically shift this thing into or out of four-wheel drive. And remember to lock in the hubs, of course. And one thing cool about the Jeepster was finally the first generation Jeepsters of 1948 through 51 had curtain side windows. Well, Jeepsters got actual roll-up glass windows on the doors, so basically a more civilized vehicle in many ways. This one has an aftermarket roll bar right here, nothing wrong with that. And of course, Motor Trend magazine, we can see it right here. This is the March 67 issue of Motor Trend. Great stuff right here. And inside, the Jeepster returns. Of course, that's a reference to the fact that Jeepster went away after 1951, but came back in 66. There's a nice write-up on the Jeepster. They're talking here about the 160 horsepower furnished by Buick nestles neatly on the capacious hood. Standard motor is the 75 horsepower four-banger that Kaiser manufactures. See here it says SOHC, kind of a typo. Now, Motor Trend never makes mistakes, but this should be a push-rod engine, not a signal if it can. But anyway, nice rundown on it, on the Jeepster. And again, these are very popular in their day. And again, 12,621 of these were built in 1967. And production would run right through 1971. And of course, 72, AMC came along and redesigned the nose of these things. Basically the same vehicle in many ways. A lot of rust on this. It's a New England car. We're in Massachusetts, Burniston. A lot of Bondo here from way back when, peeling up. And kind of cool, the factory effort here. And one thing that's kind of weird about these is that the tailgate thing does not open. It's welded shut. It's not born to a hinge. Would have been nice if it came down, useful for work. But with that said, this is a fixed tail on these, as they all were. And around here we can see more rust and rust repair. And you have Spicer axles. I think it's a model 35 in the back, probably a 25 up front. And here's the again the full door frame right here. The glass goes up and down, keeps you dry. And a good example of the second generation Jeepster by Kaiser. And of course, a good example would be. I love the Junkyard because a bit of everything here at Bernison Auto Wrecking. So thanks for watching this video. Stay tuned. We'll have more videos in the Junkyard Crawl here at Bernison Auto Wrecking probably tomorrow. So thanks for watching. We're back.